What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. I'm looking at the scratched out intro that I wrote for this video, which basically said we've been talking about cameos at least once a week. The reality about this unreality movie is that we've actually been talking about cameos almost every other day, and where normally we hear a well-rehearsed denial, aka Andrew Garfield style, today during a live Q&A at a con, Bruce Campbell straight out confirmed his involvement with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and in a non-spoiler way actually gave us some more details about the film and some insight as to what's going on. And where, yes, Bruce Campbell normally shows up in Sam Raimi movies, it's nice to have this confirmation instead of a denial for once. We're going to talk about what he said and also speculate as to which character I think he's playing in the film. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to interviews and industry insider scoops, everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. I also want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor on this video, Street Level Hero. That's slhla.com. They have exclusive variant comic books with new releases every Tuesday and Thursday. You can only get those covers there, so save 10% on any item anytime you shop there by using the code EVERYTHINGALWAYS at checkout. That's also good for their sister site. Join that Spider-Man booth for live sales on Whatnot Daily. Click the link down in the description below to get new comics every single day, from key issues to limited exclusives. That Spider-Man booth is all about family and experience and has been around for over a decade. If you don't know what to collect, they'll even help guide you on your journey. You guys are always asking me about my comic collection from the streams. That's why I went ahead and just partnered with them. That's where I get my comics. If you're interested, the link's below. Okay, so while it would have been nice to have this in a tweet, instead this was posted to Reddit by someone who was in person at the conference Bruce Campbell was doing a Q&A on earlier today. This is what he had to say in response to a couple of questions. The first one was, what was your favorite character you played in the Spider-Man trilogy? The answer he gave was, I love them all, but the announcer was great. I gave Spider-Man his name and his identity. I feel like my character was responsible for most of the things in his life. I named him in the first. I was basically the main antagonist in the second one, and then came around to help him in the third one. He's obviously joking here, but Bruce Campbell shows up in a lot of Sam Raimi movies. That original Spider-Man trilogy was no different, which had people asking this next question: how was working with Sam Raimi over the years? As the decades have gone on, how have you changed your dynamic in terms of the creative process, creative freedoms? He answered, what a guy, I love him. The question was, so Doctor Strange 2. This is what Bruce Campbell said. The deal with Doctor Strange is interesting. A majority of the film was reshot extensively, so I have no idea what's in there and what isn't. I did a cool scene with a character that's been beloved for years, and we'll have to see what ends up in the movie. I don't know if it's still in there. It's a pretty cool part. Now, this is the crazy thing about that, because we sort of assumed Bruce Campbell was going to show up, but usually these characters and these actors, they have to just deny whatever's going on. He didn't, and I love it. He was just straight up about it. Yes, I'm in there if I survived the reshoots. It's also awesome to hear from someone who has firsthand knowledge of what's going on with the film that the film was extensively reshot. There were quite a few rumors of this, along with a ton of testing shoots, including real recently from one of the comic book artists and creators over at Marvel confirming some of the involvement of the characters he worked on. He mentioned these reshoots, and really Benedict Cumberbatch did as well in an interview from almost a year ago, talking about how Marvel does like to end on-the-spot rewrite. But hey, let's give them some credit. They had quite a few hoops to jump through moving around the Marvel Phase 4 slate. Movies that were supposed to come in different orders, now coming, well, Spider-Man No Way Home, for instance, was supposed to come after Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I also think that there's probably a lot of rewriting needed to bring this together. This was something I mentioned on reshoots during Avengers Endgame, and part of the reason why they had Tony Stark come back and deliver that last line after he had given his permanent say goodbye to the character that they actually captured on screen. They had him come back and say, I am Iron Man. Not that this movie is as important as, say, a crowning moment ending the Infinity Saga, but they do have a lot of work to do in terms of defining what's going on with the multiverse, and I suspect setting up a lot of the future rules for how they're going to take out Kang and what's going on with the future of Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange himself. Given all that, there's probably a lot to work through, so I'm for it. The one question is who in the world was he referring to when he said with a character that's been beloved through the ages? He could have meant the scene was with a different character like Doctor Strange, but I feel like he would have just said that his language would have been different. I'm wondering if he didn't mean his character Ash from Evil Dead. Look, I want to be completely forthcoming. That's just a wish of mine, and I think a pipe dream. I don't actually think he'll show up as that character, but the way he said it sort of made it sound like it was an old character of his. Regardless, I would like to think at this point, with his relationship with Sam Raimi and how many cameos are available across the multiverse, he'd be a named character, and I have seen some of the rumors out there, including Boulder the Brave, Thor's brother, who actually had some concept art worked up for the Dark World but never made an appearance. That would be a cool character, and to be honest, with the wide variety of cameos he's held in Sam Raimi movies, it is sort of very hard to tell. I think the real news is here the extensive reshoots, how much they're working on this film, while the rumors of the budget have been absolutely astronomical. Heck yeah, I want Disney to spend the money and get it right. That's what they did for the Avengers movies. It's awesome that they're going this hard on a Doctor Strange title, and really, for me, this is what I always dreamed of. A horror director like Sam Raimi being able to bring that sort of grotesque images of the occult, all of the stuff we've already seen in the trailer, to Doctor Strange and actually make it authentic from the comics. But guys, let me know down below, who is your dream cameo for Bruce Campbell in the film? I am all ears. I know that the door is wide open, pun totally intended for this, but you know, I think Ash is a pipe dream. Boulder the Brave is curious. I would like to see him as a variant of Doctor Strange. I think that would be absolutely incredible, hence why I made that thumbnail. But as always, let me know your comments down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff we do here at the channel and what's been going on with the scammer in the comments. Unfortunately, I've done my best, even hired a couple of moderators to help me with it. There have been spamming and scamming in the comments, people who steal my photo and then make comments like, hey, get at me, you've won the PlayStation. Their account name is something like what's at me or signal at me, or even not. But of course, you know, when you think you've won something, you want to be curious and check them. While a lot of you have, some of them have actually gotten in contact with you or vice versa. Either way, if you see those comments, if you could help me out and flag or report them, I have hired 2 extra moderators here at the channel to run in 8-hour shifts. I've also spent a ton of my time too trying to ban these characters, and while I work with YouTube to try to resolve this permanently, I'm sincerely sorry for them. You know, there's not only so much limited stuff I can do basically on the back end of my YouTube to stop this, and I'm doing everything I can. In the meantime, I know it's a super nuisance for you guys, but you can help me by flagging or reporting those comments. We do not announce winners in comments. That's not how it works. We actually just announced the most recent PS5 winner in yesterday's video. I'll make sure to link it at the end of this if you want it. And then I have a verification process we work through. In the meantime, we're going to do comic giveaways starting in March, literally the whole month. Every single day leading up to Moon Knight. We'll be doing them here and on the Instagram, my Instagram, which you can find bottom right hand corner. And again, we do not announce winners or ask you to contact us on a different platform or any of that. I don't have any employees. All winners are announced in videos. So if you see a comment on the YouTube channel anywhere that's telling people they won something that is spam, go ahead and flag that comment. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, I've hired 2 moderators, but when they've got bots working for them, it's hard to keep up with. Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.